It's like, it's becoming like a thing, man. Anyway, so I had to dig deep, and I had to go back to like my 20s to come up with a good story. And I realized that I went through a really long, weird phase where I only dated guys who were on reality TV shows. I don't know why. And during this particular tryst, I was working at a record label, and I was really obsessed with this show called Bands on the Run. I don't know if you guys remember, it was like these bands were competing for a record deal on VH1. So I was obsessed with the one band, and they were called, I don't give a fuck, they were called Flicker Stick. And they were from Texas, and they were like a bunch of like drunk messes, but the band was actually really, really good. So, and I had this huge crush on the bass player, and I didn't care that he lived in the TV. That didn't make a difference. I worked in the music industry. I could have whoever I wanted. So they were playing a couple of shows. They won the contest, by the way. They were playing a couple of shows, and I didn't have to buy tickets. They like sold out like 4 nights in like 30 seconds or something crazy like that, because they were like super Ghostbusters famous for like a minute and a half. So I go to this show with my friend, and we're standing in front, and I'm wearing this cute outfit, and like the bass player is like looking at me the whole time, and I'm like, oh my god, Danielle, this shit is so on. She's like, oh my god, it totally is. And after the show, he like walks right up to me and offers to buy me a drink, and it was like one of those magical nights. Like we were doing shots of Jaeger. We walked to like another bar, like holding hands, like we were a couple. And we went to this bar called Niagara. I'm sure you know it.
Of course.
So we're at Niagara, and it's like wall-to-wall pussy, because there were no guys at this shit. Like nobody went to see this band besides girls who watched the show and wanted to get some. And the guy, his name is Fletcher. I don't care. Whatever. So Fletcher and I are just like in the zone, and he's like turning down puss left and right. And I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so in love. And so the night is like drawing to an end. We both run out of money because we spent it all on shots. And before he leaves, he's like, oh, I would totally ask you to come back with me. But you know, the girls that we're staying with, they don't want any other girls staying there. And I was just like, whatever, it's fine, I don't care. And he like pulls me into his chest, and we have this like magical Jaeger-fueled kiss, and it was the best Jaeger-fueled bar kiss I'd ever had in my life. I don't remember. I was really, really drunk. And I was like, holy shit, I'm in love. I was like, I'm moving to Texas. I bought cowboy boots. I was convinced that like he was like the dude that I was gonna be with forever, even though he had like a kid and possibly a girlfriend, but I didn't care. So anyway, a couple of months go by before they come back to New York again, and my crazy friend was like, hey, wanna come with me to this psychic? And I was like, okay. So we go to this psychic, and I sit down in a little thing, and this like crazy psychic's like looking at me, she's like, you are in love with a man in a band. And I'm like, holy shit, this bitch is for real. She's like, I tell you something. You are going to see him soon, but do not have sex with him. And I was like, okay, whatever, bitch. So he comes back, and they play a show, and they do really great. And after the show, we like hook up, and we go to this bar, and we're doing shots again. This guy was kind of an alcoholic. And, you know, we go into the bathroom like every 5 minutes to do coke, because, you know, nothing says true love like doing cocaine off of the back of a toilet in an East Village bathroom. Like, nothing. So we go back to his hotel room. Oh, and all night he's like, oh, I'm gonna fuck you so hard. I'm gonna fuck you all night. And I'm like, oh yeah, baby, definitely. So we get to his hotel, and I'm like, you know, like I'm ripping off his 501s, expecting to like, you know, be hit in the face with the power of Grayskull. And I get in there, and it's more like, snarf, snarf. I'm just like, dude, are you a chick? Like, where is it? And that, my friends, is when I discovered the true meaning of the phrase coke dick. Okay, like I had no idea, like, what this was. But we worked it out, and we had sex. Oh, and I forgot to tell you about the pants. Never mind, it doesn't matter. So anyway, so I leave the hotel, and I'm walking down, I'm walking through Times Square, and I can't help but hear, like, that psychic's words in my head, like, do not have sex with that man. And guys, she was right. I shouldn't have done it, okay? Like, I really shouldn't have. And then I never talked to him again. I'm just kidding. I totally fucked him like 7 more times after that. But the last time I was supposed to see them play, I was really excited about it. And I was going to work, and all of a sudden, like, the Twin Towers collapsed, and it was 9/11. And I was like, oh, damn. I guess I'm not gonna get to see Flickerstick tonight. And then the band broke up, and he joined the Marines. But I guess I will always have 9/11. And that's my story. I'm 50 for